Yeah, that was an intriguing one. Rico Dowdle ends up as a running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Certainly seems like more of a carry share situation with Jalen Moore. And you're right. He had his moments where he was one of the best running backs in football for about a month last year. Consistency-wise, didn't do it, but certainly has flashed, kind of lending it to being someone who could share carries with another really good running back who has been productive. So he gets a 2-year, $12.5 million deal at its base. So that is the Rico Dowdle situation. He now ends up with the Steelers and potential quarterback Aaron Rodgers. One of the big splashes, though, of free agency came from a team that never spends in free agency, mostly because they are always in cap hell. The New Orleans Saints are really not there anymore. This is kind of their first year of being cap regular. So they made a big-time splash. Travis Etienne, the Jennings, Louisiana native, goes back home, 4-year, $52 million deal to land with the New Orleans Saints. They also signed David Edwards, really, really good, sturdy offensive lineman for the Buffalo Bills. But Demario Davis walks, a lot going on with the Saints. But the fact that they were able to spend in free agency was significant.
Also, we've talked so much about the running back market in recent years. Yesterday felt like a rebound, going all the way back to when Breece Hall got the franchise tag for upwards of $15 million, making him one of the highest paid running backs. ATN gets paid. How about J.K. Dobbins getting paid in Denver? 2 years, $20 million, including $8 million fully guaranteed at signing. Yes, that's a real number for a player in J.K. Dobbins, who certainly has dealt with injuries, but was having a career year prior to his foot injury last season. He's only 27 years old. There was another team that was involved. My understanding is Denver put on the full court press. Sean Payton absolutely did not want to lose Dobbins. He ends up getting a major payday at a position where that's not always guaranteed. There was no bigger payday than the one for Kenneth Walker, the reigning Super Bowl MVP, heading to the Chiefs on a 3-year deal worth up to $45 million, including a whopping $28.7 million fully guaranteed at signing. Again, I get the context and we see other positions getting paid, but running back deals like this just don't happen normally unless your name is Saquon Barkley. Walker did not get franchise tagged or transition tagged by Seattle. The Seahawks remained engaged, but the numbers went way beyond where Seattle was willing to go for Kenneth Walker III. The Chiefs have not invested in that position in the past, but they're looking for a little bit more balance in their offense. They cleared cash and cap space in part with the Trent McDuffie trade this week. Kareem Hunt's a free agent. Isaiah Pacheco is a free agent. They go big on Kenneth Walker III, who now factors heavily for a Chiefs team that's trying to get back on top, Kyle.
We're old enough to remember, guys, it was a few years ago where you don't draft running backs, you don't pay running backs are dead, and all of a sudden the Chiefs and Andy Reid are like, give me that running back. They've not had a 1,000-yard rusher since Kareem Hunt way back in 2017. Excellent work, guys. Go play some Nintendo Wii. We will get back to you, I promise. On the topic of Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs, guys, I mentioned it right now. 2017, the last time this prolific Chiefs offense has had a 1,000-yard rusher. Kareem Hunt, who came out as a rookie and was just fantastic. This is he's getting the ball from Alex Smith there. This is how long. So if they're getting Alex Smith a 1,000-yard rusher, that means Patrick Mahomes has never had one. They kind of do the committee thing, and it's Pacheco this, Pacheco that. So not only did they get one, my friends in L.A., Shelby and Kabinda, they paid a lot. And they paid a lot for a Super Bowl MVP, a guy we all like. And we had this discussion yesterday. We like Kenneth Walker III. Do you like him as much as the Chiefs like him? What do you got, Kabinda?
I absolutely love this. I think this is an A++ for the Kansas City Chiefs. I love it. Look, we learned last year that Patrick Mahomes, he's human. He's not the alien we all thought it was. I know we've already sent the tailor to his house for the gold jacket to make sure it's fitted and all nice and ready for when he's done. And he went and he got hurt, bad leg injury, the king of extending plays. I want to see this offense come back to a run first, be able to take and ease the job of Patrick Mahomes. I want to see more play action. I want to see them be able to open up the defense and allow Pat Mahomes to play within the offense and do what they do best. Look, they have been been relying on the heroics and the late game antics of Patrick Mahomes for far too long. I think this signing really eases his job and allows his offense to open up, be a run-first offense again. And at the end of the day, they have arguably the best offensive play caller in NFL history in Andy Reid. I want to see them go out there and show it and come back to that 2022 Kansas City Chiefs offense that we saw back in the day.
I am 100% buying this move, but I'm keeping the receipt. With the way that the Chiefs overall have relied on Mahomes, his escapability, him going side to side, left-handed passes, no-look passes, that is what their identity is. And for them to go sign Kenneth Walker, it shows that they know that Mahomes' mobility will be compromised this year. And so you have to go invest in a back that you can hand the ball off 20-plus times a game, and that's Kenneth Walker. I believe that what Kenneth Walker brings to this team, but just from a running back aspect, it really will take a lot of pressure off of Mahomes, and it will allow him to fully get healthy without having to try to play Superman. And so I believe this is a great pickup if the Chiefs do what they're supposed to do and become a run-first team. Now, if they go back to what they always do, that's why I'm keeping the receipt, because this might have to be refunded at some point.
Yeah, listen, Shelby, maybe you do. I don't shop at places like Prada and Louis Vuitton. I just can't hang like that. I don't know if they take returns there because this is a very expensive purchase, very expensive. It's like we've always liked this player. I mean, is he McCaffrey? Is he Derrick Henry? Is he Saquon? Like, he needs to get into that stratosphere if he's going to get this kind of money. But I do like the fact that, listen, we can all agree the Chiefs, even before Mahomes' injury, they bottomed out last year. Like, they didn't have it. They weren't the same. They never fixed it. And so they do something dramatically different. They don't just keep knocking their head against the wall. Kareem Hunt, we mentioned this, right? Last 1,000-yard rusher they've had in 2017. Kareem Hunt, 2017. You know who their leading rusher was last year? Kareem Hunt. In a totally different iteration after he was let go and came back. 611 yards, Kareem Hunt, the same guy who started it. That's not good football. That's not good roster management. That's stale. That's predictable. They're bringing back Kelsey, which, I mean, it's fine, I guess. He's going to be Kelsey, but you can't just bring back the same band and say, Mahomes, help us. It didn't work last year. It was broken. Doing something dramatically different, even something expensive, I respect. We have never seen a Patrick Mahomes offense with this kind of talent at running back and certainly this kind of payment. Meanwhile, if Sean McVay, it's the last thing he does, he is going to fix that secondary. I still feel like he's punching through drywall about the Rams secondary, at least the old one. They add a pair, not just one, two different Kansas City Chiefs cornerbacks in Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson. Kabinda, you look at this, secondary. Yeah, there's a tight end, there's the offensive tackle and everything, but specifically the secondary. If we do get what I think a lot of us want, which is a rematch next January between the Rams and the Seahawks in the playoffs, does what happened yesterday put that in the Rams' favor? Look, as
long as the Rams have the elite pairing of Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford, this team has a chance to be a Super Bowl-ready team year in and year out. Yes, they added to a position of need. Two proven players. Love the game of Trent McDuffie. I think he's a great corner, obviously, Pro Bowl caliber guy. But as long as you have those two guys calling plays, and there's times Matt Stafford's on that team calling plays. They're a run-first team. They love the play action. They do a really good job. They feel like Matt Stafford is a coach on the field as well. And not only that, but Seahawks, they lost some talent. This is not going to be the same Super Bowl team that's just going to come back and they're just running it back. They have lost some talent as well. I like the Rams a lot. I love what they're doing. And not only that, I love what Les Snead is doing. It's innovative. It is different. So many teams, they value the first-round picks each and every year. We've seen L.A. Rams year in and year out trade some of their first-round picks to go and get elite, proven players with experience. And it has allowed them to stay in the mix, stay in the fold at the top of the NFC West year in and year out. I love it.
At this time, you have to love what the Rams are doing right now. You know, they're stacking up to compete against other teams in NFC West. And right now, stacking up at corner, a glaring need during this free agency, and they went right at it right away. And then you look at the Seattle Seahawks, who are losing talent on the defensive side of the ball. Tariq Woolen still isn't signed yet, and they lost Kobe Bryant to Chicago. And so those are hard players that are going to be to replace. And the Rams are over here just collecting talent. And then with the 49ers signing Mike Evans, you have to have that corner talent to be able to compete in the NFC West. And the Rams, right now, they're stacking themselves up to be another Super Bowl contender on a Super Bowl run, and that's exciting to see because we're getting to the end of Matt Stafford, and that's an amazing pairing, like Jason said, with Sean McVay and Matt Stafford.
It's a good point about the end of Matt Stafford. I mean, we don't know how many years he has left. This might be the last season. And McVay said, we need to win the Super Bowl in 2026. And by the way, the Offensive Player of the Year is a wide receiver who plays for Seattle, and we cannot just let him run all over us next year. We got the quarterback. We have the pass rush. We got everything. We need a secondary. Let's just go pay for it. It's what they do. And if they win a Super Bowl next year, I mean, McVay might just walk off right to the announcer's booth. We don't know, but I know he has a Super Bowl secondary now. And I know this, as the free agency madness continues, we'll continue to share all of the news regarding